Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we will study voice, and this is part 5 of the series. Up till now we have discussed the structure or the form of the active and the passive voice, and today we will discuss the function of voice. The active voice. In the active voice, the subject performs the action. So the grammatical subject of the sentence is the doer. It makes our writing stronger and more direct. The active voice is considered more emphatic, and that is why in academic writing we mostly use the active voice. The passive voice. The passive voice is formed by using any one form of the auxiliary followed by the past participle. This is the structure of the passive voice. And the grammatical subject of the sentence receives the action. It is acted upon. It is not doing the action. It gets the action. This table shows the different auxiliary verbs that can be used in different tenses, followed by the past participle. In the present indefinite tense, we can use am, is, are. Past indefinite, was, were. Future indefinite, will be. Present continuous, is, are, being. Past continuous, was, were, being. Present perfect, has, have, been. Past perfect, had been. Future perfect, will have been. And all of the auxiliary verbs are followed by the past participle form of the main verb. Now let's look at the functions. Function number 1. We use the passive voice when we want to focus on the person or thing affected by an action. The fields were watered. Now in this sentence, who watered the fields is not important, and that is why we have used the passive. And when we see it in a continuous prose, probably the topic of the whole paragraph would be the fields. So what happens to the fields? So that is the main focus, and therefore we have used passive to make the fields the subject of the sentence. Function number 2. We use a passive when the doer is either not known or is not important. The fields were totally destroyed. Who destroyed it, what destroyed it is not important. The important thing is that the fields that were watered, that were taken care of, have been destroyed. The mistake has been done. A mistake has been done. Function number 3. For crimes and reports, when the doer is unknown. My car was stolen. Who stole it, we don't know. 2 men were killed. In scientific context also, we will find passive voice. The chemicals were poured in a beaker carefully. Now let's look at examples of passive voice being used in different types of texts. Examples from scientific texts. When the contents of the stomach are processed enough, they are released into the small intestine. Other research has been conducted investigating other uses of lignite. Some more examples. Peat is formed from the deposition of organic material with a restricted supply of oxygen. Peat-forming environments are known generally as mires. So, are known, is formed are examples of the passive voice, present indefinite tense. Now, examples from newspapers. In the past 2 weeks, had at least one passenger on board who was diagnosed with the illness. Second example, MPhil students will be offered rupees 40,000 per month and a fee waiver. The required funds will be generated from additional seats in the undergraduate programs. Examples from historical texts. Shah Waliullah believed that the Muslim polity could be restored to its former splendor. The Holy Quran was revealed by the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in the West Arabian towns Mecca and Medina beginning in 610 and ending with Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's death in 632 CE. Jazakallah. That's all for today. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.